Hi there, Taurus. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome. We're here for you. This is your reading for the month of April 2022 is what we're reading on. The year of 2022 for you, Taurus. But of course, you don't have to be a sun sign Taurus necessarily. You can also be a moon sign Taurus, a rising sign Taurus, a Venus, a Mars. There are so many ways in which the message may sort of really kind of click for you here. So let's jump in and see what's what. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a channeled message. I'll tell you here in advance. Sometimes the readings can get a little bit like abstract. Maybe sometimes the energy even moves kind of quickly. If you're watching on playback, you can slow the speed down by clicking the gear. There's a gear at the base of the reading. You can also put on captions if that helps. I know some people, they speed it up, so whatever floats your boat. Let's jump in, guys, and see what's what. I am a clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient. I'm a channeler here. We're working here again with a galactic transmission from the Pleiadian Starseed galaxy system and beyond, right? But primarily, the important thing is we're talking to Lightworkers here and Starseeds, and we'll never be sort of coaching, preaching mantras that empower the space of narcissism ever. That is not the energy ever that we're talking about. So if you're watching a reading and something starts making you feel like you did something wrong, okay, when you're making decisions that were right for you in the light space, for you and all, okay, all is one, then maybe take a step back from the reading and meditate a bit, come back into that grounded space, and because these readings are it's about the connection that you have to your higher self and really forging that space, and the messages will be possibly bringing to light projections that others may have, but that is not the point of the reading for you to sort of take on that energy space. And so ultimately you should feel that the readings are empowering. So let's clear it on the back again. If that is the case, though, take maybe a step back from the video and let's clear it from the reading and meditate, and you can come back and when you feel guided to. Let's jump in, or however you feel. Maybe even you want to continue watching and then watch again, or however it is for you, or maybe you don't want to watch it all. Okay, take it to see. Well, whatever feels right to you, because it's about self-empowerment. And the readings, they really in watching tarot and such things, at least on this channel, especially channel messages, this is about reuniting you with your higher self, and that's a sacred space. That's not but again, there can be a projection of energy that others may feel. Okay, let's jump in. Older woman, grapes, broken bridge. Some of you here, Taurus, you have a decision to make. I feel like there is someone here involved. There's something that is heavily on your mind. For some of you, interestingly, we really hounded that message on the beginning of the video. It can be a message that relates to the video itself. Like I'm seeing here for some of you, Taurus, there is maybe someone here who really, like, for example, wants you to do something. Yeah, I'm seeing the mice coming here, but it doesn't really, it's like you have to make sure this is right for you. Oh boy, you have a major test here, Taurus. Something here really, as you see it, and this reading also say may resonate 6 to 8 months down the line. My channel messages take sometimes even about, say, a year to take root, say, in the physical 3D realm. Let me give you a quick example for those of you who are new-time viewers. It was 1 year prior to the pandemic when it went live, okay, on, like, let's say, broadcast news. It was a few readings, and I was channeling, as I am here now, and I said, keep clear Corona. In those readings, at the time, I was like, what's Corona, guys? Beer? Okay, maybe stay off beer, lay off beer. And which can be in the moment, I mean, definitely a message, but there's another wave to that. And someone had come through, let's say, in this way, about a year later, and they came onto the video and they said, Nat, I happened to watch this again about a year later, and Corona is more than beer. It's a very intense reading that was. You can check that video out. It's a Pisces 2019 May reading. I'm seeing 4-4 here. Yes. I'm seeing 4-4 everywhere here. There we go, the older man. You have the older woman, the older man. This came through in the Scorpio reading, so you may want to check that video out. It also, I think, came through in the Gemini, so be free to check out. There's something kind of like a little bit strange here going on, I'm not gonna lie, here with these energies for April for a few signs. Something of a bit of a strange. We have Turkey, someone's acting stupidly. On grapes, time to go out and have fun. Then we have sunrise on the older woman. Some of you are gauging, like, what am I going to do about this conversation now? I wanted to say, right, so sometimes, it takes time to come back to a reading. 4-4 right there on the clock. Your guides are definitely guiding you, so if you happen to come across a reading from, let's say, another time, those other than now, like, you know, and you're thinking, why am I drawn to a reading from a few months ago, even several years ago? It's not random. Nothing is random. We're working with energy here. So, we're working with cycles. We have frying pan. Yeah, something for some of you, I feel like you realize that something is absolutely not your story. And this has to do with possibly someone very particular, like maybe you're feeling that they want something very particular for you. I hear that as well. But you're just kind of like, listen, like, I know where I'm at with this. Yeah, some of you, I feel like you've made a decision actually in this space, but there's a little bit of like an after effect. It is maybe something kind of controversial. There we go. I was like, if that woman comes out, definitely go check out the Aries reading. This card had come through in that reading, and there's a bit of a warning there. I think it might have also been Pisces potentially, but there's something, and I would recommend the video that I made recently to pick a card reading. Who is the undercover narc reptilian lurking around you? Yeah, feel free to check that video out. It's on the channel playlist for pick a cards. There's something that is sketchy. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest here. Like, as you feel it, it's just like, this is not where I'm at, and I know it, but like, you feel that someone is trying this came through in the Aries reading. There are like 4 characters here. This is a pretty thick deck, guys. This is a huge deck relatively, and you pulled all of the characters. So there's something that's not really working. I hear it like this. It's like a little bit complicated, like too many people, too many opinions, but in a way that's good because it gets you to the point to say, I'm not here for my opinion to be heard. I hear that as well. It's like, I don't want to debate this. I'm hearing this. This is something very personal to me, actually, and I want to just feel it through. We have Jug. It's almost like a inversion moment, you know, where it's like, okay, I now see what I feel. Wishbone here more clearly, given the way that others are sort of wanting to communicate what they feel. Leg coming through. It's a little bit ironic. Scales. Maybe even someone was like trying to like get you to so-called like do something. It's like, and then you're like, okay, the fact that you're trying to get me to do that makes it more clear. I'm seeing a yellow cab here, yellow taxi cab. Take it as you will. Let's get further. I'm going to clear the cards here. Let's clear, yeah, somebody really, really light, but they're coming through with a lot of passion, and this can actually be someone from the past, maybe a so-called ex, and you're just like, you know what, I see kind of like where your intention is at here with me there. Let's pull here some letter charms and see what's what. Some of you, somebody may actually be older. I'm seeing like a thread of white hair here. Let's get further here. IQ. This is someone here maybe who asserts themselves as being very like all-knowing, you know, very, very, I'm hearing for some of you, it's coming through wealthy. It's like, okay, well, this is not my metrics. I'm hearing that. I'm not here for for the money. I'm hearing that as well. GA coming through. U, E, A. I'm hearing Gaudet. I'm hearing that very strongly. We have an N. We have nag. Someone maybe is like kind of like they keep like pushing you, or you feel like there's pressure to move in a certain direction. We have EU. We also have EA. We have an S. We have a U. And then again, that IQ. For some of you, this is something that you're making a decision with gradually. And I feel like, you know, yeah, but it's the process, and the more that I feel like someone is kind of encouraging you to do something very particular, the more you're like, it's not the thing to do. So it's kind of like an inversion moment. I feel like you're actually quite grateful for the way that whatever this is goes down, so-called. Let's get a little further. Taurus. I feel like you're going to be, wow, it's very exciting actually. I see you making a huge change and a huge shift here. Something just kind of like really makes sense at the end, so-called, of the day, and this reminds me a smidgen of the Sagittarius reading. Yeah, it was very interesting. They had a little bit of this like worrisome kind of vibe come through. It was like worrisome sort of air in the air. I'm hearing it like this, like something that just didn't add up, didn't make sense. Like, why did that happen like that? Like, yeah, it's going to sort of like make better sense, I feel, as you see it. As you start to think about what you'd like to create in a certain context. We have 13 MIB. It's one of those moments, this is from the Mystic Martian Oracle deck. It's like, this is one of those moments where you realize, you know what? I now see what I was feeling all along. You know, it's like you had that hunch, yeah, something wasn't right. And then yeah, let's go. We have here, let's go. And again, this is for, yeah, if you're getting triggered by this message, take a step away from the video and maybe do some meditation, maybe do some entity clearing binaural beats and come back into the session here so that it's clear what we're referring to here for you as a light worker. Number 35, pentagram. Yeah, this is someone who is not in, let's go. You're not, and you realize I'm not going to Hollywood with this person. I'm not going to Hollywood with this person. Let's get here a few more cards. For some of you, maybe they were very attractive, or they had something like kind of, but then it's like it's like just the combination of these cards, like Tulip and Pig with the Great Passion and Beware of Greed, it's like it doesn't even really fit. I mean, it doesn't add up. Like, I don't think like I keep hearing like I'm going to Hollywood with that person. You are your greatest gift. Your life's journey is your masterpiece. Number 28. Some of you, this really comes down to like confidence and self-talk. It's like you're saying, well, and this is reminding me heavily of the Aquarius reading. It's like, if I knew that that was my standard, like, why did I still let that person into my space? It's part 2 Aquarius. Aquarius has 2 parts. I'm thinking of part 2 where this came through, but feel free to watch, part 1 and 2. You are worthy. There could definitely be some overlap there. It says aim for what you want and believe in yourself. Number 8. Some of you, there was something distracting you or just kind of causing this like white noise, this frenetic sort of white noise, like distracting energy. And I feel like you get to the point, truly, Taurus, where you're saying, it's a little bit, I don't want to say embarrassing, but like, why did I even kind of like listen to that person's advice? Like, this is not who I am. I'm hearing that. Some of you, I don't want to say you kind of lose interest, but well, you do, and what was not in alignment with your higher cause. Okay, we have number 5. And we have here number 18. Some of you felt like, yeah, someone was actually, how do we say? There maybe even somebody was definitely trying to sort of like I don't want to say make you do something, but like that's kind of where their head was at, like and I feel like you realize you just don't resonate with this person. It says you are healing your heart. The heart hurts, but it will mend in time. This is number 33. Some of you will have a huge activation upgrade here, and it's gonna be something that like after this moment, after this point, you just have a huge epiphany, and it's like, whoa, okay, I'm now seeing very clearly what I was picking up on and tapping into and feeling. So let's get a little further here. Let go of fixed plan. 35. Yeah, I feel like somebody here maybe was acting from a place of like greed. It's like literally with the pig. Okay, it's like, okay, well, great passion is great, but like alongside beware of greed, it's like that's gonna make me feel paranoid the whole time. You have to like think about, is this person, do they have their hand in my pocket? Like, is it unconditional? Why are they wanting me to do this very particular move? Let's clear it in the third eye and the throat chakra. So some of you released, okay, this sort of I'm hearing sort of like pending this pressure. I'm hearing even impregnation of an idea that someone else has sort of placed around you. It's like, no, I don't want to be that person. It's like, can you like stop telling me that that's what we're doing? I hear it in this way. Let go of fixed plan and time to do it differently, mirroring one another. Number 35 and 22. For some of you, you were maybe dating someone in the age, I'm just as coming through, if I'm going to be honest here, I'm channeling the age difference wasn't working for someone. And it's almost like, one of those moments, okay, where, yeah, I mean, it's like, why, like, yeah, something just doesn't feel natural. And I hate to imagine this, but somebody maybe was sort of like trying to justify someone in the, like maybe someone, you guys were, let's clear into you guys were dating maybe, and like someone's a little bit older or something, or a little bit younger, and or it could be a metaphor, what is age, but really it's a matter of maturity, right? But anyways, and like, let's clear it. Yeah, you got into this moment. I'm just touching these plants, Taurus. But yeah, it's like you got into this moment of just kind of like really feeling like yourself through the relationship or the connection. You're like, I don't think this is really working for me. Like, I don't think I feel very comfortable here with the different, factors here that we have at play in the connection that we are moving through. And it can even be with a family member or a loved one, however, even a friend, whatever it is. And the more I see for some of you, the more time even that you're spending on yourself, the more time that you're focusing on your studies. I hear that as well. And you're sort of moving in a new phase of life and psychology. It's like space, okay? Maybe for some of you, actually, like you distance yourself and then you had a break and then you realize this is not for me. I hear that again. Let's clear the energy room. But yeah, and then it's like you're having a conversation. You're like, hey, I don't really actually think that this is something I feel comfortable with. And then it's like this person's trying to interpret that for you. It's like they're trying to negotiate. In other words, that's inappropriate. There's no place for negotiation when it comes to one's values. So, and it can be very subtle, but let's clear, no, there's no negotiation. So, at all, whatsoever. So I think you need to just be very firm, and that's the point. Let's get here the cards pulled back, and we'll then pull on, For some of you, they're trying to be manipulative, like, I'm hearing this is my one dying wish. I'm hearing that. It's like, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. And we're really not here for that, okay? If you want to be really, kind of manipulative, I'm hearing that ultimately, then let's clear in the root chakra. Some of you did not think this person was, you need to be prepared. Like, this person may be kind of trying to be manipulative, and you have to really kind of step back. I hear like that. For some of you, someone is like not a lot, heartbroken. I feel like you're saying, well, then that's what it needs to be. You're gonna be sad because I'm pursuing my truth. Then you gotta go back, okay? I'm hearing Hollywood, but like on your own time, and like I don't know if I'll even really be aspiring to get there. Like maybe even you had like a joint mission with someone, and then you decide like, actually that's like not my point in the convo. Yeah, it's like one of those moments, like it's a little bit of like a breakup moment, but how do we say this? Like in terms of the psychology, like maybe this is your co-partner. It's like you were working on something, and then it's like you have to kind of just suddenly get honest and say, hey, like actually I just don't think I can stand here and like say that that's my storyline. Okay, healthy choices are the base of the heart with a key. Someone was manipulative, very manipulative, guys. They were really trying to like get someone to do something very particular. Let's clear it. And like there's too much, and you saw it, you were like, okay, actually I think this is conditional, this is a conditional love. And then you're trying to step back, and it's like they're like coming through, like possibly it doesn't have to be, so let's clear the energy. But someone is very much also, they're looking at you and they're prying into your personal life. I hear that, your business. It's like they're very, very, very obsessed. Even for some of you, we have lightning on healthy choices. It's like the type of person who doesn't want you to make better choices for your life. It's like, please, I'm going in a positive direction here with, no, do not explain. Let's clear it. That's the trap. Like this person wants you to get in, heated. It's like they know psychology, possibly for some of you. Maybe let's clear it. They know what gets you kind of okay. Like they're gonna want to talk to you, and that's the point. No, don't talk to this person. They don't need to hear why you're in love with your life now. I'm hearing it like that as well, and why you don't need to be in their life. It's like that's not. We're not debating anything here. I'm moving forward, and it's should be obvious actually. Like I think at a point you get kind of embarrassed for this person. Like why do I need to explain that this is something I'm doing for my life? Okay, let's get further. You really start to lose respect. I really feel that here for some of you with heartbroken, heart with a key, and self-indulgence. Some of you, someone here kind of like making themselves feel like they're in a place of neediness and like they need you, even like they're worshiping you. It's like, no, I'm totally turned off by that. So let's clear the energy and move forward. We have the World, Three of Cups, King of Swords, Four of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Four of Swords. For some of you, you're making a decision, huge decision. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel Taurus, let's clear it. This is something that's going to change your environment, your lifestyle, the way you carry your workout, your friend circles, you may even actually be physically moving. For some of you, there's a decision you're making though. This is what I'm hearing. I'm feeling tingling in the crown chakra. Some of you are actively transforming, like in all kinds of ways. Your physical body is changing. Your diet, your health, everything is really, you're upgrading. I hear that. But take it as you always talk to your personal practitioner when making health choices. But with the World and the King of Swords, this is reminding me, of the reading. I feel like you're going to reset the scale, and I feel like someone, honestly, they'll come through with a real strong sense of respect for you here at this point in time. This could be someone else. This can be something that, those moments when you change one thing in your life, it's really like this. And then by way of that, like maybe someone else comes in and like kind of mirrors that newfound sense of respect that you have for yourself. Like they kind of reflect it back for you, because people truly do treat us the way that we see ourselves. So let's clear it and move forward. And it's all of that perspective is what is coming back up for review. I'm hearing that as well. Some of you may be reuniting with someone, or there may be a rekindling of a certain conversation. Some of you, it's like I see you kind of even maybe having this conversation or having a conversation with someone and reestablishing the boundary in that space, and it's going to be something really, really beautiful actually, the way that this is called out and carried out in a way that you just kind of feel like, wow. I don't want to say you got the last word. I don't want to say necessarily that you really got what you felt you deserved, or you got your point across. But Taurus, I feel like there is there's something of a sense of sort of closure or pacification to the conversation. Let me get a little bit of lip gloss on. We're at that point in the movie. I'm hearing it like this, like we're like, whew, all right. I had like a really long debate. I'm hearing that conversation. I'm hearing with my mom. I'm hearing that with my money manager. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing Tony. I'm hearing TED Talks. Anyways, it's like, and I realized like, he got the point. I'm hearing that, like they got the point. For some of you, this was even a contract. Now I feel like you squared it away. Wonderful, very exciting. But there were a number of factors here that were very confusing. Now, if this is something that you're not quite seeing, like you most likely will see some kind of message in the message. and even if it is more metaphorically, and if you're not, then again, maybe you want to meditate, come back to the video. But for some of you, this is something that over time, like, is going to become really clear. Again, wait about 6 to 8 months, and you'll save this video to playlist, come back to the video, maybe subscribe if you're not already, if you haven't already done so, and yeah, you can remember to come back to this video. There will be something here most likely that is a bit of a nugget here when it comes to something that you are going to gradually be talking about more so. I feel like this is also about your confidence here, Taurus, where you say, you know what, like, I used to want to sort of get you on board with my conversation with myself. Ooh, the root chakra. Oh, some of you are going to lock it down, okay? Yeah, but not you with another necessarily in this space. Whatever this was from the past that you were really sort of like hoping you could get squared off. But this is more, okay, you with you, and you saying, I'm locking in my true answer, my final answer, okay, absolutely, and I'm not going to be looking for others who are going to be talking about the same thing. Interesting, with me, twin flames popping out right then and there. Some of you are attracting the next phase of your love story. I hear that as well, Taurus. I feel like this is something like that is necessary, whatever this is, this stage. It's a little creepy, but you realize that you're made for this. I hear it like this. You are going to do it. Like, there's nothing that's going to hold you back from taking on the next huge transformational, okay, sort of jump, okay, with your guides. I hear that as well. So it's one of those moments where you're like, you know what, yeah, I gotta get brave. In the theme, we have the Phoenix. Now, let's get a little bit further. I want to pull some more Tea Leaf Oracle on that right there. The Twin Flames card, mirroring love. Cobweb. Protected from negative forces beyond your control. This is definitely maybe even a relationship that you're coming into more so. And this is reminding me so very much of the Aries reading. Even the Pisces, where, yeah, there were like almost two timelines. Like, it's about really sort of, yeah, finding it, if you're at a crossroads, you're saying, I'm going to clear that out and I'm not going to let that infiltrate what I do with my personal life. Maybe you're allowing someone to be very heavily involved in your personal life, and then you get to the point where you're like, I have to have boundaries. So I feel like you do that with a cobweb at the base of love. Mountain, major challenge to overcome at the base of Kisses in reverse. For some of you, you're going to be like releasing one thing, in other words, or having boundaries in one space and then re-establishing the direction and, yeah, the movement in another direction. Let's clear it in the third eye. Let's clear it. Yeah. Some of you, yeah. So you're, or maybe for some of you, if you're dealing with a shadow Taurus or someone who has got a lot of Taurus shadow, I feel like you're going to have boundaries with that person real strongly here. And you're just going to kind of make it very clear, like, you're not going to be getting involved in my personal life. This came through very, very strongly in the, yeah, no, you're not. Somebody here was like really kind of very stuck on you, and like they felt like you were their one shot at life almost kind of vibe. It's like, you got to get on your horse as well. I'm not here to like, because you started to realize like it's unhealthy. I hear that as well. Okay, we have yoke here with the healthy choices and archway at the base of the mirror. Some of you here, you actually are playing a huge role in someone's development and their spiritual evolution. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it's like, I got to push you a little bit off of the horse that I'm on. I hear that again. Like, I mean, we cannot get to the next level if we're going to be like also like needing each other like this, like, to this level and degree. It's like, it's just not going to work like that. We have hat coming through. It's a little bit like of a moment. Basket, wreath, and dagger. I feel like some of you, this person may have originally, okay, this brings me to bring to attention, think maybe back to the first time you met this person. What was like the initial sort of dynamic? Okay, and were you like, hey, that doesn't work for me, and then you just kind of like, they kind of like finagled their way through the conversation with you, and then you guys try to like kind of find a happy compromise, happy medium, and then this same sort of, issue so-called resurface later down the line. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, that's how you'll know what the situation is. Some of you, you're going to get back to it though and say, you know what, I'm going back home to that initial conversation we had. I'm not comfortable with this. Yeah, some of you have to get really clear here. With a fan at the base of Twin Flames and basket, this is about you also learning the lessons that are important for you to carry out the conversation, not just in this space, but also in others. So in other words, it's like, this was really important, whatever this sort of lesson was, whatever this lesson space was. Some of you here, this is a family member who is just kind of like really looking at your work a little bit sideways. I'm seeing that, and they don't have a place in your personal life. I'm sorry, they don't. Okay, they can observe you, they can appreciate you, but they don't have a place in your personal life that's going to make you any more relevant to your life. I'm hearing it in this way, like, yeah, they can want to get involved, but it's like, why, you know, from what angle, from what perspective. And if they're trying to come in and like critique your work to be relevant to you, I mean, please, like, we're not asking for your advice. We're not asking for your opinion. So yeah, I mean, yeah, this person maybe has an ego, like a very let's go, I'm here, AT&T. It's like, you need to just, yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, are you having fun in your life? I mean, go do something that's going to make you happy, so you're not trying to also, and yeah, interrupt others' parades. I'm hearing that as they're going on here. Okay, let's clear it. Oh boy. I'm seeing green here, the color green. Somebody maybe even kind of was trying to create some sort of financial issue to still be relevant in your world. It's like, no, you got to be, and for some of you, it's just a vibrational thing. You got to be open-minded. You got to be in a high vibration to really connect with me. Some of you had to have boundaries with people like that, who were just like, you realize they're just coming in and they want to have a connection with you, like, at all costs. Like, they don't even care, like, if it's a positive energy or what that they're bringing into the conversation. No, I'm sorry. You're going to have boundaries with that. It's like, yeah, it's one thing to say that you want to be in a high vibe. It's another thing to like keep talking about drama. I'm hearing that as well. That it's just bringing down the whole house and the vibe in it. I'm hearing that. Some of you had to get snappy. We have talking cassette, keys on a ring, coffin. Yeah, for some of you, it's like you even feel like something is just a little bit. It's like someone's taking advantage even, yeah, but, so now for some of you had to clear it. Now, I want to get advice for you here, dear Taurus. I want to see, yeah, on what exactly we're talking about. What is exactly that we're talking about? I'm hearing lunch, like somebody maybe wants to go out to lunch with you or something. It's like, but every time it's like the conversation just goes sideways. Like for some of you, yeah, it's just not a healthy energy, and I think that that's the point that you come down to feeling. It's like, I would, and don't try and gaslight and guilt trip to say that I'm the one who's not in the light and like I should put up with your bullshit. I'm hearing that. Oh my god, or your belongings that you need a place to store. It's like, no, I'm hearing that. Let's get further. Oh gosh, some of you, I feel like you didn't. This is the issue here. Is like, this is triggering. So the way I'll know what this is that it triggers you. It doesn't put you in a greater state of like peace and like rest, in your mind's eye. We have with your vibe. Okay, create your vision. Yeah, where you say like you feel pacified with just sort of moving through your future in a seamless way. Like you feel this person needs you to do something very specific. It's like, get out of my life. Then I'm hearing that. If you need something so like you're clingy, I'm hearing that. It's really, this is like. Yeah, let's clear. This is like a clingy energy, but it's also manipulative. It's like, well, don't you want these keys? It's like, no, and I don't want the ring either. So at this point, you're making it very like annoying to have to, yeah, be like connected at all. I'm hearing that. So I'm gonna release the contract. Some of you, this is something. Let's clear. We have Stargate of Lyra, number 40, expand your causal chakra, enter the unicorn kingdom. We have then number 3, create your vision, do what your heart. Okay, this person does, they're very desperate, and it can be in a very indirect way. Like you may not realize, those moments where you're like, you sense something about someone or something. It's like you don't realize that they actually have a very strong motivation. They're lurking. This, I would definitely check out that pick a card video, dear Taurus. Who is the undercover? Yeah, check out that video. Pick a card. I'll try to put the link, maybe, but you can also search on the main channel page, click through the playlist, click on to pick a card, and jump to that one video. It's, who's the undercover narc lurking around you? So there's something that someone was motivated by, and you felt it. It's like, I could sense that there was some kind of catch there. Yeah, I mean, don't be telling me that you also, I'm hearing, like, you're not receptive to, yeah, someone having sort of like an agenda with you, and you felt like, yeah, but then they wouldn't accept, like when you told them, let's go. So don't debate. This is someone you got to just check it out. You got to check out. Let's clear. Their hotel is good for them. Good. You enjoy staying there. I'm hearing that. Stargate of Lyra, number 40. Create your vision, number 3. This is a situation, or this is a story, and we have the axe in the theme. This is a story that, this person may have tried to get a little bit like too far as well into your personal life, into your personal business. I really feel that, yeah, it's about having the decisiveness to say that this is something that is my personal business, and not being like ashamed of that. Like they can make you feel weird, like, oh, it's like, well, no, you made it like that. Now you're making it weird that, let's clear. Divine potential, refreshing oasis. Yeah, you made it weird like that. I'm hearing that again. Also, feel free to check out the video, Who's Your Soulmate? This card came through there, and I remember there was a really strong Taurus energy that came through. It was one of the stacks. So yeah, if you feel guided towards that video as well. Again, I have a few different pick a card readings on the channel if you feel guided, but if you feel guided toward them. For some of you, it's just something that was very like mixed though. It's like they came through in a very subtle way. We have a lot of green here. Some of you, I'll say this as well, you're definitely ascending Taurus and you're changing, and people are looking at you changing and they're like, wow, Taurus is on the money bus. I'm hearing that as well. It's like they're feeling like they want to kind of like cling on somehow. It's like, well, no, it's not about clinging on to what I'm doing in my life. Like, it's not that I don't want to be with you in that space, but you have to ascend as well. Like you have to be manifesting, okay, yeah, like your story as well simultaneous. It doesn't feel good to like, you know, carry your backpack up the hill for you, for either one of us. Like at the end of the day, that's not going to be a good vibe. I'm hearing that. Yeah, a good look. Okay, a good feeling, you know, and it's not going to be a good focus point as well for the next few. I'm hearing leaders in the room to take, yeah, like it's not, how do we say, like it's for some of you, you're maybe role models even to a number of people, and you want to like kind of give the impression like, hey, you know, like this is not what I actually even believe in. Like for some of you, maybe it's something with children. Yeah, it's like you don't want to show the children, I'm hearing this, that, you know, it's like that this is the dynamic. So for some of you, you were maybe thinking like, I can't imagine having a long-term connection here. I'm just gonna say it honestly, for some of you, this is something with your business though, and it's like you don't want to sort of even like adopt a certain mindset and like possibly preach that or teach that or carry that out. For some of you, this is something that you are even presenting. Maybe it's even a product. It's like, I don't know if I want to promote that, but it's because of the psychology. Let's move into the next few energies, Taurus, and see what's what. And yeah, let's yeah, but I feel you have to make a decision, like to just kind of like check out, because I feel like something can get kind of sticky or dramatic, and somebody may try and manipulate with things that actually don't mean anything to you, for quite honest, like in the context of this conversation especially. Like, let's clear and throat chakra. Yeah, they're gonna try and like kind of change your vision about things, which is so inappropriate. Why are you trying to change my vision? It's like, that's what we're talking about. And then you start to see like they have some sort of motivation here that's not healthy, okay, for themselves or you. And so that's a point where it's like, honestly, this person may have even sabotaged the connection because of that. And we're talking to light workers here again. We're talking to the light energy. We're talking to the light. If this is a triggering message for you, you're finding that you're triggered, check out of the reading. The message is not yours right now, like in that way, I guess. Because, yeah, it's going to be for your higher self. This is not for your ego self. So, okay, go meditate and come back to it so that you can understand like how this really resonates with you in a way that is empowering your higher self and that conversation you're having with your higher self. Okay, not the ego space. Ace of Swords upright, the Chariot upright, or in the projected energy space as well. For Eight of Swords, which is again the same thing, because why would we also feel guilty for a decision another has made? Why would we, you see what I'm saying? Like, why would we take on someone else's projected energy? They were guilt. That's the ego. The Hangman here coming through. If you're living without ego, yeah, so then these conversations are not going to be as relevant as what I'm hearing. We have Solar Light upgrade, the Hangman. Something needed to change, and it's gonna have to change. I'm hearing that, and you realize that you have to get out of a certain storyline. Otherwise, it's gonna become even like more like sticky. I'm hearing it in this way. Like, so there's no like kind of finding a point of closure possibly with this person or in this space. Let's clear in the chakra. This person is not maybe actually physically like inspiring to you, and I have to be honest with that as well. For some of you, there's something that physically you're realizing, like in the subtle ways, like, yeah, that you're just very different, okay? Like, it's in this, again, I'm hearing the subtle ways, like, you are okay eating those things, but this is not what you're resonating with, okay? Like, it's going to come down to the little details. So thank you for tuning in, Taurus. Feel free to hit the like button on this video if it did resonate. And yeah, let's get really quickly, though, a card for each of the days, and then we're going to move. I actually feel that we're okay, Taurus. Feel free to watch other signs if you do feel guided as well. But side note here really quickly, yeah, I feel like there's something that is like, let's say, indirectly related to the space that will make a huge sort of impact when it comes to let's clear it out. That's going to bring an epiphany forward to you. So heed your intuition, listen to your intuition, really focus on the nuances of how you're feeling in any space of discussion, and ultimately see how it relates back to you and your higher self. So we'll see you in the next videos. Bye, Taurus.